So I reserved a Slate. As usual, I'm a little tardy to the party, but I work a full-time job, so I can't always get these videos out in a timely manner. But last week, on April 24th, during the launch event, I was able to log on to Slate.auto and reserve a Slate pickup truck. And I wanted to take a moment to talk about this truck, and we're going to play around with the configuration and all of that. And the point is that I can pass on to you any updates that we get through the reservation process that might key in on how they're coming with production or how much the accessories for this truck will eventually cost. So if you don't know what a Slate truck is, what is it?
It is a low-cost little electric pickup truck, and it is called the Slate because it's a blank slate. They give you a stripped-down kind of a frame. I mean, they give you everything you need to actually drive the car, but they take out anything that is optional, and so that they can keep the price low.
So basically, it's an electric pickup truck. It's a mini truck. It's a very compact pickup truck, standard cab only. It comes with air conditioning, cruise control, anti-lock brakes, forward collision and pedestrian alert, and that's about it. Hand crank windows, only available in the one color because they don't have a paint shop.
There's no driver interface screen. You have to use your phone.
the way that the CEO described it was, or no, it wasn't the CEO, it was the head of design that described it as, why do we want to spend money developing a device and a new operating system that's going to be obsolete in a couple of months anyway? Let people plug in the device that they update anyhow.
That makes sense, but it also just occurred to me that probably means you don't have a backup camera.
No, you do have a backup camera because those are mandated by law. Ah. And the backup camera is in the driver's display where your normal speedometer would be, because right in front of the steering wheel, they're going to have the driver's display that's going to tell you your speed and your battery percentage. And when you put the truck into reverse, boom, that's where your backup camera is. And that's where it goes. It has a frunk. It has all these different types of kits. You can turn it into a square back 5-seat SUV, a fastback 5-seat SUV. You can put in just the rear seat with the roll bars and kind of pretend that you're a Jeep Wrangler. You can...
Oh, also it has a composite body, so there's no paint. It just comes out the color, which I think is like gray.
It's gray.
They call it slate gray.
It's a slate gray.
It's a slate gray. And then if you want a different color, you can wrap it, but they do provide...
The wraps.
The wraps, pre-cut, and supposedly you can DIY install the wrap.
There's line markations on the truck that you line it up with, lots of bolts, everything's supposed to be hex bolts. It's been getting a lot of grief that it doesn't have infotainment, not even an AM radio, but you can option in speakers if you want and use your phone as a radio. The only terrestrial radio station I listen to for weather or any events that are news events or traffic reports, and they're on Audacity. Mm-hmm. And in this Tesla Model 3, I can't get them on an AM radio. I have to use the TuneIn app on my screen, or I use Audacity on my phone in this car. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah.
That's what that is. You don't even listen to the radio. You listen to podcasts and listen to YouTube videos when you're driving.
For the most part. Now, the one thing that is a little bit dangerous about using your phone as your infotainment screen, or you can actually use an iPad instead, is that there's nothing to stop you from watching videos while you're driving.
And there's no automatic driving. But I've got to think that the car, to be able to work as an infotainment screen for the car, it's got to have an integrated app, and the integrated app might be able to mitigate that. Mm. I don't know how. I'm not a software engineer, but maybe some software engineers can explain how that might happen. So who's this truck going to appeal to? It's definitely not going to appeal to everybody. Mm. Definitely not. There are people who are going to want a bigger truck than that. Mm. There are people who are going to want more equipment than that. But for me and for us, someone who needs a truck every now and then to make a run to the dump, mm-hmm. or to pick up a piece of furniture. Right.
Yes.
We were about to say the exact same thing at the same time. And for that kind of stuff, or take the riding mower to the shop or something like that.
Yeah.
It can do that. It can't tow much. Mm-hmm. Can only tow 1,000 pounds, but all we tow is an 800-pound teardrop trailer, so it's got enough towing capacity for us mm-hmm. to be able to tow our little teardrop.
Yeah.
And we can upgrade the options as we go. If you've been following the channel, you know that what got me into EVs was putting down a late reservation on an F-150 Lightning. I was about 6 months late on that. And I have been saying I really would like it if Ford would electrify the Maverick or something smaller. And this Slate is a little smaller than the Maverick. It's not the four-door, it's not the crew cab, but there's only two of us anyway.
Yeah. It's very rare that we have a third person in the vehicle.
Our son doesn't even ride with us in this car.
Yeah, it's true.
If we're taking three people, we're taking the Bolt usually.
Usually, yeah.
So we don't really need that back seat. Having a frunk is great because it does have a frunk, but that's who it would appeal to, and it's low cost. That's the number one thing about it. It was originally reported that it would be a $25,000 truck, and at the launch they said it will come in under $20,000 after federal incentives are put in place. They're designing it so that it has enough American components and a final assembly in Indiana so that it would qualify for the current $7,500 clean vehicle tax credit for new EVs, provided that still exists by the time they go to production.
Right. We don't know what's going to happen with that.
I would feel better if they just stuck with that $25,000 mark instead of saying under $20,000 after incentives, but it might be an increase of, $24.99. It might be $26,499. Who knows?
So, I mean, this is a very low-cost truck, and that is a market that has been waiting to be filled. So they're doing the right thing because all the other trucks are just a lot more expensive. And
if you want more equipment, you can get more equipment. They've got all kinds of accessories, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to play around on the configurator, and I'm going to put up the configuration screen, and we'll just kind of talk through what we're doing and show you how I'm thinking of optioning the truck should we actually end up getting one. It's a $50 reservation that's fully refundable, and I was able to get that reservation in during the presentation about 3 minutes after the person on the stage said the name of the website of Slate.auto. So got what I think is going to be a fairly early reservation on it. So we're going to play around with it, and who knows, these accessories may end up costing too much down the line. There's no idea how much they're going to cost. The only thing that they've said is that the wrap kits are going to be about $500. But let's play with it. So we're on the Slate website, and you can see the truck can be anything, even an SUV, and it's got some sample builds. We start with the blank slate, pedal to the metal, Mudmaster, Stellar Strider. Gives you an idea. The professional, if you want to, look like you're in the CIA or something, I guess. So we can go up to personalization and click it. And this is their slogan. We built it, you make it. So if we look at personalize, now it's going to allow us to do some customized stuff on this blank slate, the gray truck, which we can, just drag around and all of that. So first off, it has some starter packs that can just, set the truck up to be one of these presets. These are some of the vehicles that they had at the launch event that kind of look like that. But we're going to go here. We're going to go to, we're going to leave it as a truck for now and go to a color. So this is a neat thing, Rachel. Mm-hmm. The color wrap gives you a color wheel. Mm-hmm. So we can make this any shade we want, any color we want that we can find on this color wheel. So if I go with like this, that's almost matches our Bolt, but I can also change the darkness of it a little bit. If I go here, but let's make it a satin color, and let's go with a darker blue. So we can just drag that down, and there we have, now we've got a blue truck.
It's a pretty color, I like it.
We can do partial wraps, which will just do like the back of the truck or the front, or we can do a two-tone and kind of look like an old Ford from the 1980s if we want. But I can take that off and go back to this one. We can add a decal if we want, like a Cobra stripe or something. But I don't think we would want to do that. And then you can get into some of the stuff on the exterior. So you've got roof racks you could add. Is there anything that you'd want to add to this truck on the outside?
Well, what are our choices? Roof rack, and then I don't think we need a roof rack. What else we got?
Well, this is rear bumper upgrade. So that's an upgraded rear bumper right here.
All right, that sounds good. Put that on there.
Spare tire
Yeah, that's good.
on the back, so adding the spare tire is good. We can have the front bumper upgrade to match the rear. So now it looks like that, makes it a little beefier. We can take it off, put it back on.
It's so small with that big front bumper makes it look a little weird. I don't know.
But then you add on the fender flares.
Okay.
Now it's a little chonkier.
Okay.
These are...
Running boards are good. I like running boards because I'm short. What's that? Oh, you want a bed liner?
I'm trying to find it. It looks like it has it.
Okay.
So we've added those in. The suspension, we can lift it. We can lower it.
I think we want it normal.
So we'll just leave it normal and put it back where it was. Then there's stuff that you can put in the back. These are like for cargo. 1 rail, 2 rails, stuff like that. That'll go in line with the roof rack. So you could probably strap down a ladder on the top of that.
That's
or
cool.
Or kayaks or something like that.
All right.
But those are available. Those can be added on as well.
Okay.
And then we've got some front lighting, because this area right here in the grill area, if we go in, these indicator lights just look like they're 4 squares and it says Slate in the front, but you can switch it, and now the indicator lights are stars and it says Flower Patch or Flower Truck. There's one where there's like a setting sun and it's got a little California Bear Republic flag looking on it. You can have the red slate looking thing. You can go to X marks the spot on your lights. You can do speaker, whatever. You can customize that as much as you want.
Wait, I want to see all the choices.
Okay, well, got that one. Then we've got, they call that grill equal, so it gives you equal signs with your lights. Plus sign.
A little plus sign.
11s.
I kind of like that one. And what's the other one?
And then this one is the Slate logo in magma.
Okay.
Well, you said you like that one. Let's leave it there.
I kind of like that one.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty simple, but I like it.
So we'll go off of that. And so that's going to be the exterior upgrades. Now, wheels and tires. Got 7 choices here in the 17-inch alloy. We can go with like a bronze.
That bronze is cool looking.
Alloy.
Yeah.
I kind of, when I was playing with this too, and then you can get 20s on it if you want.
Oh.
But if you're going with a budget truck, you want to go with a smaller wheel.
Yeah.
A higher profile tire is going to give you a better ride, and the bronze does look good.
That's a nice looking color.
Yeah, it's a step. Those running boards were like a step, and right now I only have it set in so it's a step to get up into the bed.
Okay.
But now these are your tire upgrades. So we can get all-terrain tire. And then just 20-inch. So let's go with the 20-inch all-terrain.
Okay.
But now I got to go back and put the bronze wheels on.
Okay.
Again, there we go. All right, so now let me go back to the exterior, and I think it was this. Oh no, those are the wheel. Yeah, I want that on there. Yeah, so now we've got the full running board. Okay, so wheel style. You can also choose from different styles of wheels. I'm going to leave them alone because I like those. Lighting. So on the front, you can add in front fog lights, and it puts the lights into the upgraded bumper.
Okay.
Or now they're just, I don't know what that light did. That's just an upgrade to the front lights. And then the tail light upgrade, you can go with those LEDs. You can have different tail light covers, and the dimensions on these tail lights are the same on each side. It's just you flip it over and it goes over to the other side. That way they don't have to make 2 different ones. They can just make 1 tail light cover for the whole thing. I kind of like those. In fact, I think I'm going to do that and do the okay. Interior. So now we get to see inside the truck. Lots of different upgrades. So we can
is that a lighting pack or a trim?
that's a decal kit.
Oh, decal. Okay.
We can put in a center console.
Okay.
So we can have it be slate black, or we can have it be brown.
Okay.
We can do a door panel. We can have the armrest wrap be browns to match our to match the armrest.
Match the center console.
Did that to match the center console, right? We can make the seat covers brown, so we can go here, or we can.
That's kind of neat. I
black.
actually kind of like the brown ones. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
I was playing with this the other night, and I kind of liked it. And then rubber floor mat insert, or just full on. Rubber floor mat insert.
You definitely
we
want
like
that.
those. Where am I at now? Rubber floor liner. Okay, now we're on to, now here's where you can upgrade the mount. So it's basically right here is where the mount is, and that's where the steering, where the cell phone can go, but you can upgrade it to fit a tablet if you really just want to have that bigger screen. But without that tablet mount, then it's just the thing for your phone. What's this? This is, pedal kit. It's a brushed stainless steel. Now we can go on to steering wheel accents. Well, we've got gunmetal or bronze. We put bronze on the outside, so let's kind of maintain that theme.
Sure.
Auxiliary buttons that we can put over the air conditioning knobs, the analog air conditioning knobs. I have no idea what those would do if we don't have anything included, but hey, why not? A sunglass holder in the door, sure.
Okay.
Key fob. So this is the key. That's the key. It's a fob, and you stick it in, I guess.
Okay.
And so we can get magma. Let's go with bronze. We stick with the bronze theme. And now we can go to doors and windows. So you can put in a door cubby. Without this upgrade, it doesn't have map pockets in the door.
Okay.
So you have to actually option those in.
Okay.
You can put in window crank accents that are bronze to match, gunmetal or magma. We'll leave it with bronze.
Can we take a moment to talk about the fact that they actually put in window cranks? I actually like that. I think that it makes more sense. It's not like it's hard to roll your window down. And I think that everybody going with electric windows is unnecessary. And I like that that's a way that they chose to save money.
It's a convenience that people have gotten used to, but it is something that can break, as a recent video on our channel has shown.
Yes.
But if that's just a deal breaker for you, the next thing that can be added is a power window kit.
Sweet.
So if you absolutely want them, you can have them. You just have to option them in. What's this? This is door panel wrap. We can have the door panels wrapped in green, black, hex black, or perforated black. I'm going to go with green. We're going to kind of make this thing think it's a Rivian.
Even though it's blue on the outside.
Shoulder accents, brown. Okay, that way we're maintaining our theme. Dashboard. Okay, so lower dash accent panels. So we can have metal, magma, or wood.
I like the wood.
I think we go with the wood. Then we've got the dash storage area wrap, green perforated, black perforated, or suede black. Let's go with the green. And perforated, I think, might be a little too hard to clean.
Okay.
So we'll close that. And next, upper dash accent. We can go brushed brown or slate black.
We want the brown.
Yeah. Maintaining the theme. Okay, now this is something, Rachel, that you are going to roll your eyes over.
Okay.
This is slatelets. These are things that mount in here kind of along where the AC vents are, that are just little badges that you can put in that pop up right there, that you can just have them all on your dash.
For no reason.
Yeah, if you don't like putting bumper stickers on your car, but there are folks who like to have these little things there, but those slatelets are there.
Okay. Well,
now,
if you like them, more power to you. I would
saying.
not want to put them on my car, as you know.
Then we've got audio and tech. So, first option, front, left, and right integrated speakers. So those speakers are going to be integrated into the truck cab, and they'll connect to your phone, and your phone or your tablet become your infotainment system, but here's your speakers, there's your sound system.
I think you need that because most phones and even iPads just don't have very loud speakers, and road noise can really drown it out. So it's good to have an an in-vehicle speaker system.
So those are options front, left, and right. You could also option instead for the bring your own speaker mount kit, which is going to put a Bluetooth speaker right there that you just plop it in underneath the display, and that's your speaker.
That's kind of cool. If you just happen to have one, you can just stick it right there.
Or you can do, and then steering wheel Bluetooth controls. We've gotten used to having Bluetooth controls on our steering wheel for answering the phone and stuff like that. And then finally, we've got climate control knob accents, again, gunmetal, magma, or bronze. And we're going with the bronze theme all the way around. So that's just some of the options that are available to be able to personalize this truck. If I go back to the exterior, you can see what we're looking at. Oh, body style. Didn't even get into that. We can do this as the square back SUV as well.
It's definitely square backy.
Or you could do it with the fastback SUV.
Which that looks like a rabbit.
It does look like an overgrown Volkswagen Rabbit. I kind of prefer this.
That looks like a Volkswagen Squareback.
Or it looks like a Land Rover Discovery had a baby.
Okay, so
it's just like an itty bitty version of it.
Make a mini one. Okay.
But Slate is saying that these SUV kits will actually help your range because it helps the aero. Without them, you've got the bed. And having a spare tire on an EV is something that's really kind of sweet, I think.
That's true. Most EVs do not come with a spare tire, so that's good.
What they do is this rear window right here is the exact same rear window that's here on the truck.
Oh, I see.
That comes out when you do the SUV kit. The SUV kit comes to you flat packed, shows up on your doorstep with all of the stuff that you need in here. This window, the cover, the
including
seats,
airbags
the roll
for the rear
cage,
passengers.
Airbags. That it's all in that flat pack, and they say it'll take a few hours to do it if you do it by yourself. But at the launch event, they had a crew of around 10 people change their blank slate into something that looked like this in about an hour.
Yeah.
So there are other videos that show that, but I just wanted to show the configurator and let you know kind of what we're thinking. But then the neat thing about this is it's kind of like that Johnny Cash song, One Piece at a Time.
Yeah.
You can start off completely with the blank truck, and when you have the money for your wheel upgrade, you do your wheel upgrade.
Yeah.
When you have the money to do the SUV kit, you do the SUV kit. You start off with just the phone mount and a Bluetooth speaker that you may already own. Get that Bluetooth speaker holder, and then you can option in the speakers that come in later. You can do all of this stuff at a later date when you're more financially able to do it. So, yes, I'm still here. So it gives you, as the vehicle owner, some freedom in what you want to do with the car while maintaining the lower cost on the car or the truck to just start off with.
Yeah, and for someone who's on a budget, that is really helpful because, if there just is nothing available at all in your price range, you're just screwed, right? But if you can get something functional that can get you from A to B, for an affordable price, and then you can do without the luxuries, right? You don't need them to just insist that you take all these things that you can't afford. You can just choose not to get them, which I think is awesome.
Anybody who spent $90,000 on a Ford F-150 Lightning Platinum when they first came out, or more than $90,000 on them, I would be afraid to use that vehicle as a truck if that was me.
Oh, I know.
Don't scratch my
$90,000 is a
paint.
lot of money.
Why are you throwing concrete into the back of my $90,000 truck?
I know, right?
And you know what? If you're fine with that, more power to you. I don't think that way. I don't operate that way. I would be very protective of it. But this thing, the body panels just attach. If it gets messed up, you can order new composite body panels from them as well.
Did we talk about the fact that they're composite? I don't remember if we said that.
I think we mentioned that in our little introduction.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the configurator.
Cool. Awesome.
So that's the Slate truck and how you would configure it. I will keep you updated as any new events come up. If I get new information from Slate through email communication, they haven't been sending me a whole lot of emails in this first few days, but if they do, and if prices come out on those accessories, we'll definitely keep you updated on any of those things. And I don't know if we'll actually buy this truck when we're able to or not, but I want to be able to have the option to, so that's why we've got the reservation. And be sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of those update videos later on. Thanks for watching.
Bye.